Hi, my name is Kerry Critchlow from RCR Recording Studios, and today we're going to be talking about how to EQ overheads. Now, when you're EQing, you want to focus on frequency ranges, not specific frequencies. So somewhere between 20 and 300 hertz is where you're going to find your low-end rumble, muddiness, etc. 400 to 800 hertz is where you're going to find room and boxiness. 1,000 to 5,000 hertz is where you're going to find stick noise, aggressiveness, and harshness. And 8,000 to 12,000 hertz is where you're going to find your sheen, your air, and your presence. Ways to think about the overheads are either as an overall picture of the drum kit. For instance, you're thinking of the kick, the snare, the toms, the cymbal, everything as a whole, or you're focused on just the cymbal sounds and you're trying to minimize everything but the cymbals. So let's get into it. We'll bring up our EQ here. And first of all, we're going to be looking to high pass out some of the low end rumble from like the kick and toms and things. And we're going to focus on this is the kit as a whole, but you can also try and just focus out the cymbals. If you are trying to get rid of the cymbals, just EQ your high pass a little bit higher up and you'll get rid of a lot of the unwanted snare, tom, and kick muddiness. Then we're going to want to look to get rid of a little bit of room noise, and that's going to be found somewhere between that 4 to 800. That's going to be, the more you take this out, the more focused it's going to be on the cymbals. The more you leave in, the more room and natural sound you're going to get. We're going to want to boost maybe a little bit around that 1.5K to bring out a little bit of the stick noise. But you can also take away if it feels harsh or whatever. You can start sucking some of this 1 to 4,000, 5,000 hertz range out if you feel like your cymbals are a little harsh. And then we can boost a little bit for top and sheen. So we'll go ahead and play this and see what this sounds like. Okay, so this is without the EQ. And this is with the EQ. Okay, and as you can see, that's kind of adding a nice little, helping the overheads to pop and feel a little bit more present. If you don't have that type of EQ, you can always use stock plugins. So again, we can high pass pretty comfortably up to 3, even 400 if we're trying to get rid of a lot of the snare and tom and the kit sounds. We can also leave it natural, in which case we want to high pass a little bit lower. Again, you want to do as little EQ as you can to get the sound you want, right? We want to maybe try and get rid of a little bit of that room and boxiness, but not too much because we still want to leave it natural. But if you want to suck out a lot of this, somewhere between that 4 and 800 hertz, it'll make the cymbals pop a lot more and less of the kit. We can boost a little bit around that 1.5K-ish area if we want to get a little bit more of the stick sound, and we can attenuate or take away those frequencies if it's feeling harsh or too overly bright. And then we can boost around that 10 to 12K range. And this is all to taste, right? So, boost as much or as little as you feel like it needs in order to get the sound you're looking for. So this is without the EQ. And this is with the EQ. All done to taste. So again, 20 to 300 hertz is the low end rumble and muddiness. 4 to 800 is going to be the room and boxiness. 1 to 5,000 hertz is going to be the stick, aggressiveness, harshness, and 8,000 to 12,000 is going to be the sheen, the air, and the presence. And you are going to either boost or attenuate or take away those frequencies in order to get more or less of what you're looking for. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful week, a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.